Never said I was not going to do a live walk today. Never, ever. I said I wasn't doing a video this weekend. Thinking about not doing a video. See Dalmatian in there. Parker. Mr. Movie. Hey, Horrorzoid, how are you? Alright, so we are out here at the Frontier Square Plaza. We're going to be taking a really in-depth look around. We kind of did take a look in one of the previous walking streams, but not as in-depth as I would like. Hey, Toads. So, first place that we are coming up on is Petco. So this is just off of Bluegrass Circle / Prairie Avenue. Like it's same road, except this part is Prairie Avenue. The Bluegrass Circle is down there at the light. Hey, Maddox. So this looks like the camera is going to be a little bit finicky today. I apologize for that. It's better than not having a gimbal, but got Petco right here. I've gone to this Petco a lot. It's better than nothing. But as promised, I was going to explain it. So I did postpone today's stream to 3:30. If you aren't watching live, I usually start at 3. And it was because right at the start, when I was leaving to come out here, I managed to forget my sunglasses, which if I throw my camera on my face, you'll notice I'm not wearing my sunglasses. Hey, Ackley. Rotate back around here. Hey, Wild Colo Experience, how are you? But you'll notice I'm not wearing my sunglasses, so I decided to, because I already left last minute to start this stream, I decided to run back to try and grab my glasses, but within a half a block, I managed to have my gimbal fling out of my pocket, smash on the ground, pop off one of the parts for the arm, which I was able to pop right back on. It wasn't like it's like a back door, you know, where you have the batteries, right? It wasn't like the whole arm. It also popped off another little plastic part that covers one of the screws. And in the process, it also scuffed up my gimbal. And I'm noticing my gimbal acting rather funky now that I've just set it up. So like I said, I do apologize if the video is shaky at all. We'll make the best of it. Got UPS store, Nail Glamours, Cost Cutters, Foot of the Rockies, Gamestop, Sally, and AT&T in this building. We can drag our feet. I do not need a rush. Since it is just a plaza, we're not doing a normal walk today. So, some degree, I do need to blame DJI a little bit because they probably should be using a better plastic that doesn't fall apart that easy. And stuff should be screwed in versus something that pops off. But on the flip side of it, I also probably should have had this thing tethered into my jacket or something somehow. I never would have thought that that would happen, but it has happened. Got Target right here. They remodeled this one, I think, 2 years ago now. And they added a CVS pharmacy in there. And they replaced the Target cafe that's on the right with a Starbucks. And more recently, they have added the drive-up area, right? The curbside pickup. They added this over the last few months. And it looks like there is plenty of spots for it, which is always a good thing, right? This Target did used to, of course, have the retro 80s design of logos and stuff. They pretty much put that red paste over almost. Like they had it all set up and put it right on top of the old facade that had that armature over the door that a lot of the older Targets have. You can see it in the street view. So while that little plastic part that I was talking about, I'll look at the chat here in a couple minutes. The plastic part I was talking about is a little piece that covers one of the screws on the arms. It's not like it covers, it's not like it covers one of the spots where Where there's electronics, it's just the screw. But because it is an opening and there are motors deeper inside of there, I definitely don't want to leave it open like that. And being that the gimbal is bugging out like this, hopefully the warranty will cover it. It should. It's not that old. I just got it last year at the end of the year. So, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to look when I get home. So we got the loading docks for Target back over here, and also the newer signage they put up on this side. They had the older sign right below that, and it was a lot bigger. We'll go ahead and go around the back, and then we'll work our way around to that little tiny plaza that, as far as I'm concerned, is part of the Frontier Square. As far as I know, it is CBL owned, along with the Frontier Mall that's over here on the left. So this road right here, of course, being that that's Frontier Mall, that's Frontier Mall Drive that's right here that we're gonna walk along. Meets up with Prairie Avenue. We're gonna follow the edge and see what we can see around here, because there is some signage on the back side of this building. All right, let me catch up on the chat. I missed a bunch of comments here. Movie says, how am I doing? Overall, I'm pretty good. After I dropped my gimbal, I kind of tried to do a little story thing for those of you who are more regulars on my channel, or on my Instagram. So if you're a regular, you'll see that, or a friend for that matter, because friends are included in that. After that moment, when I was, trying to get that all posted, I really raged my head off it between technology, the wind, and a little bit over the gimbal. And it did make me snap and make a decision on a personal topic that I can't really discuss. It's not like a super chaotic issue, but it's something that's long overdue and been needing done. So, and a very teeny tiny amount, if you will know what I'm talking about. So you probably can see how the gimbal's being finicky. It keeps, when I have it straight forward, it keeps jumping back and forth left and right, and eventually it kind of shifts up, I'm noticing. Hey, Retail Forever. Retail Forever, how are you doing? Let's see. Will you film all the abandoned alfalfas? Yeah, it's definitely a topic on my mind since they're closing. So I don't quite understand the connection to Whole Foods yet. I need to research it, I guess. Because I know they somehow are indirectly, there's another Target sign, by the way. I know they're somehow indirectly connected to Whole Foods. Just not exactly sure how. But it sounds like they're doing the same thing that I've seen other brands do with those subsidiaries. They're weird like that. It's too bad. It seemed like alfalfas did pretty well. But, oh well. And I think it was the Louisville one closing too, because that one is the former Safeway. That one is a cool one. Kind of thought about filming it, but I never got out there soon enough. Only went to Louisville once so far on my channel. So yeah, I got AT&T. Zoom in just in case the quality's bad. I got AT&T game. Let's see, where is it? Where'd it go? Got Gamestop over here. We also got some more of the back area over here for these littler businesses, along with the entry for loading and unloading and all that, garbage, etc. Got the Staybridge Suites right there, which we talked about in previous streams, although it's not part of the Frontier Square. Here is the back side of Ross and TJMax. I know I didn't specify them when we were on the other side, but so yeah, my apologies for being a little bit late on today's stream. It was not intentional. Did not plan on having my gimbal pop out and spending 15 minutes trying to find the little piece. Like, it's obviously not a necessity to function, but not having it means dirt and other grime can get into the gimbal, which is not a good thing. So I am going to look at figuring out some way that I can kind of tether my stuff to my vest, which if I rotate the camera, right, this vest, I'm going to see if I can figure out a way of tethering stuff to it. So that way if I do run or bend over or whatever, I won't have to worry about falling out of the pocket again. It's not as bad as using my jacket pockets. My jacket pockets, oh my God, that was a nightmare. But because it still seems to happen occasionally, I need to do something about that now. We'll rotate this back around. Dark side is just getting on my nerves. Well, guess what? My dark side got right on my nerves today. I literally cussed my brains out one side and down the other. Got JB Hunt trailer. Jesus, the wind's blowing the garbage bin thing there. Of course, over here on the left, we got where the Kmart was. Still got half of it that's vacant to this day. Even the Spirit Halloween stuff, at least for the 6 feet stickers and stuff like that, is still here. So pretty crazy. I wonder if Spirit will be here again next year. Or this year, I should say. It'll be interesting to see that. Probably. So we got this side of Petco, kind of where we started. We're gonna go farther past this entry because we got this other little plaza. And we also got some businesses on the front along Dell Range that we haven't looked at yet. God, I'm having to hold this at an awkward angle because otherwise it kind of is I don't know what to say, jumpy. Jumpy's not quite the right word, but I guess it makes sense anyway. Got Nutrition Company. One of their vans, they're right there on the end, which we'll see them in a second. Got the Brown and Gold Outlet. Premier Rental Purchase. Horse Palace, which is of course kind of a casino-like place. I think this is a second or third one here in town that I know of, because there's one in the Cheyenne Plaza, or the Cheyenne Plaza on Lincoln Way as well. And we do got the empty 2 doors down / meet at Kennison's. Looks like they have added a for lease sign since our walk through here. Yep. There you go. Whole big sign advertising the space. And some sort of logo there. It says Armed Brothers. So this would have been the entry. This has been numerous things. I said it on the walking stream when we looked in here. This has been like a couple of pizza places and a whole bunch of other stuff. I've gone to a couple of pizza places here. I've also gone to the 2 doors down that was here. So 2 doors down still has their downtown location. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon, but they did close this one. This one never seemed to do as well. And I mean, this little plaza space, this is a little bit of a hard thing to get into. It's not the easiest. I'm not gonna lie. Got I never can pronounce that. Dierenfield Chiropractic and Charles Schwab on this part. This was part of the Brown's shoes or whatever. I forget the exact proper name, Brown's something or other. But they moved over to where the dress barn was. We talked about that in the Q&A and also in previous walking stream. So it looks like Charles Schwab has most of this end space here. Okay, so this is actually technically Center 1. I didn't see this sign before. I never seen this sign until now. I never saw this sign until now, but it's the Center 1 Plaza in front of the Frontier Square then. So I guess we're getting 2 plazas in the one stream. So you can see there's Charles Schwab Premier Purchase, Horse Palace, the Brown Gold Outlet Nutrition, and there's the Meat at Kennison sign. Right, so all the places, but they still got the Meat at Kennison's. I don't understand why places don't take the sign out of the plaza sign like this, but they'll take down all the signs on the main building. I don't get it. Like Outback in Fort Collins did the same thing. They left the plaza sign alone, but they took all the other signs down, except for the curbside. Except for the curbside. There are still like 2 curbside signs left. And of course, this restaurant did have a back entry. I remember when Tudor, well, I don't know if it was, well, maybe it was. Definitely when it was a pizza place, and maybe when it's 2 doors down. There's like a party room over here on the left. So you can see that there's still tables and everything like that left in there. And all these window blinds are down, it looks like, so can't even look in. What about on this side? Yeah, they're all down on this side too. It's all right, we'll go over to the other part of the Frontier Square here in a moment. So again, got the Premier Purchase from this side, the rental place. Got the Brown Gold Outlet. Got the Nutrition Company as well, which I mentioned that we would see in a second. Let me read the chat here. I hadn't catched up on chats yet. Dalmatian, sorry about that. I'm not trying to hate you guys. I'm just not looking at the chat at the moment. Let's see. Still trying to recover from the 418 closures. Yeah, I feel ya. Well, looks like that chair that was here is gone now. So either someone got it or it got taken out with the dumpsters. Of course, this back area is one way. They only want you coming out here, which is probably a good thing, right? It could be dangerous to go the other way. There's the front of Nutrition Company. I'm going to go around to the parking lot where we started, so that way I can shift over there. It's kind of a pain to get over there from this position. I think they got one over on Pershing too, one of these Nutrition companies. Pretty sure. Yeah, we'll jump up here and then we'll go back over. They make it a pain to get around. See, I think they could have increased the likeliness of people going to these businesses if they added an extra entry somewhere else, even if it's just connecting it to this parking lot. I don't understand why they didn't do it anywhere. Like, I can understand why they didn't do it here. It's parking for Petco, and plus there's a big wall there, right? There's a hill, so they had to do something with the dirt, right? But I don't understand why they didn't do it all the way down there at the end where there's almost no wall. It's just a curb. And you'll see what I mean here in a minute. Have you been to the Planet Fitness on Ken Pratt and Longmont? Not recently. Planning to, I'll say this, I'm planning to go to Colorado here soon. And I can't promise I will be going through Longmont though, not yet. We will eventually, but need to hit up the other cities first still. Loveland, except for this weekend, Loveland's gonna get the priority. If I had control over this weekend, I'd give Loveland the priority this time, but I don't have control over everything, so gotta make the best of what I got. I need to sleep. Thank you for stopping in, Mr. Movie. Hey, Adams World. Hey, Purple Haze. I think the TJMax and Ross are original. Hey, Real RTOT. How are you doing? So yeah, see, there's like a road in front of here on the front of the Frontier Square. I never could understand why they didn't just make it go through here. I guess maybe part of it's because of the trash thing here, but I feel like they still could have positioned that a little bit different, so that way they could have had it connect up. And then maybe, just maybe, people would have gone here more, but, you know, it would make it a little easier and give another point of access, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I guess it might be a little bit of a challenge too with the little bit, the small amount of space they have out here in front, but I don't know. I think you could have made that happen still. I think you could have shifted it a little bit so that way there is a little more space. Or maybe they could have negotiated for a little bit of land from the Frontier Square for extra parking, right? They have the back entries to half of the businesses there anyway, so I don't know. You tell me, maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, we got the other side of the Center One sign again. The Meet at Kennison sign is still there. All right, we'll go down this way now. So this, is there any abandoned Burger Kings you haven't filmed yet in the area? In Cheyenne, there are no abandoned Burger Kings. The only former one I know of here in town that it was a Burger King. It's been taken over for years and years and years, so. One in Fort Collins is already getting taken over by Starbucks. I technically already filmed the one in, what was it, Wheatland or something like that, somewhere along I-25 before you get to Casper. Long before you get to Casper. It's not even an hour drive, I don't think. Technically filmed it because it was in my live stream playlist, and there's nothing to see anyway, so it's part of the reason why I didn't do a normal video there. So you got Perkins here. This one is still open. It's my childhood one, gone here a lot over the years. They got a big old flag up there flapping. Personally, I do find I just generally will go for Perkins out of most of the breakfast places. It's just how I roll. That's what we've grown to like. But I still need to visit some of the others sometime because it's not like the others are bad at all by any means. Might be a couple other Burger Kings in Colorado, but not even hardly at ease of access to me right now. And not in any city I'm currently in, so I'm not prioritizing them. Got the Target sign here. They replaced this. I think this used to be taller. Pretty sure they replaced the posts and everything. They definitely look newer. And the sign, of course, up there did get replaced with the newer logo. Overall, except for being in a mall, this one looked just like Casper, but Casper has also gotten remodeled. It was being remodeled the summer of 2019. I didn't even see that trailer there before. I don't know how I missed that. Maybe because of the drive-up spots. I can't remember. I can't remember on Wendy's. Got number one properties commercial right here, which I never did figure out if it was original to this building or not. I assume it was, but I could be wrong, honestly. I could be wrong. It looks like something that would have been a restaurant at one point, but I'm not sure. I am not sure. Might be something out there. I haven't researched it. Haven't needed to, though. I mean, it's open, so it's like there's not even a point in filming it if it's open, right? I mean, I guess if they asked, I would be okay with it, but it's not normally a normal retail place I usually would do, so I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I am. Terry Cassidy in that window. Hey, Ghost Reaper, how are you doing? Target bathrooms are under renovation. I asked a couple days ago. Oh, wow. That's interesting. They were old and kind of looking a little bit worn out. It probably isn't a bad thing. Although I guess the retro did kind of look better to some degree, right? It's cool to see the retro stuff, but at the same rate, it definitely didn't look like it was in its absolute best day the last time I was in one of the bathrooms. So, and then coming over here, there is this interesting curve thing here, which you probably have noticed these little barricade signs right here, right? They put those up because I guess people kept trying to cross over the curb. Whether it's because they didn't see it there or because they just didn't want to go all the way around, so they put up the signs. And I guess I don't blame them. Definitely can see where someone already hit the curb right here, probably tried to go over. You can even see a tire mark where they did it, so it's probably pretty recent. Probably should do this differently than they have it. Make it a little more of a curve over instead of a turn over. Like it's a sharp turn over there instead of just doing a kind of a slow curve, gradual curve over, if you know what I mean. In one of your premieres, I remember said that I passed by, oh yeah, abandoned lobbies. I mean, they used to have more locations until they had to close all the locations of Texas in 2003. Wow. Yeah, I remember that. Wendy's closed, I believe, in Washington, PA. There's a lot of abandoned restaurants overall, but most of them are outside of Cheyenne, so not really a lot here in Cheyenne anymore, but with the ones that I've already filmed. How have you been doing, by the way, Adam? I know you were still sick last time. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. Look up here at the parking lot. Maybe over here on this sidewalk we'll sit down and chill for a minute. Been doing fine. I'm better. That's good to hear. Glad to hear that. Took the sickness long enough, didn't it? That bug just didn't want to get out, did it? Obviously don't mean anything bad, just trying to make humor of the situation. Let's see, this person looks like they're gonna wait, so we'll go ahead. Yeah, the sidewalk looked dirty, so I don't want to sit there. Like hell, the parking lot literally looks cleaner than that sidewalk did. Yeah, maybe we'll go over to the grass. I didn't show off this sign over here, did I? It clicked in my mind, but I didn't think about it until now. So we'll look at that, and then we'll have a sit down, I guess. It ended up snowing again yesterday, so there's your typical Cheyenne weather, but it's getting warmer, as you probably can see today. It's in the 50s, mostly sunny, a little bit of wind, so it makes it a little bit chilly, but not too bad, honestly. I'm glad for that, at least. Yeah, my gimbal absolutely, I have to hold it funny because it absolutely refuses to operate quite right. So got AT&T, Petco, TJMax, and Ross. Yeah, as far as I know, those three stores are all original, or, well, at least the Ross and TJMax and probably the Petco. I think I said in previous walking stream that Petco did take over something else, but I'm honestly not too sure at this point. If it did, I think there's only one other store, but if not, then it's original. I don't know for certain, honestly. I really do not know. And there's not a lot of info on it, so go figure. Let's see, maybe, how do I want to do this? Because I don't have my sunglasses today. Maybe we can sit under the tree. The fact that my gimbal jumped out of my pocket and ended up costing me 15 minutes, where I also didn't find the other part, regardless of looking a lot. Probably should have been a sign I should have just walked in the first place, but then again, in the first place, I should have had something to hold the gimbal down on my jacket or whatever. Now I want to sit here. There's all these white things that look like a fertilizer. I don't want fertilizer on my butt. So I guess we'll go back over here. God dang, these guys, like, I don't want fertilizer on my butt. I'm just saying. I don't want fertilizer on my butt. Maybe we'll sit right here on this hill. Better than nothing, and about as far away from traffic as I can get. Yeah, but there's fertilizer here too. What the hell? Maybe I would have been better on the other side. Gosh darn it. Tell you what, man, I mean, I've had a few things go right today, but there is definitely resistance right now. There's definitely resistance for me doing what I want to do. And it's all things that I can't control so much, for the most part. Not everything, but for the most part. Some of it I can control, but man, they really fertilize this. I mean, it's good for the grass, I guess, but I really do not want to sit and fertilizer. I refuse. There's not really an easy way of going back over there when it's probably also fertilized, so. Yeah, that's my situation, I guess. Let me scroll up in the chat. Almost died in the hospital. Jesus, Adam. Sorry for you, man. Found out Wilson ND was on the 2003 store closings. Wow. Because of the bankruptcy. Hey, Sharks411, how are you doing? Glad you saw the community post. See, this is why I do that. Any how-to YouTuber out there will tell you to not do that. Not do that. But personally, I think it's dumb because of how bad YouTube's notification system is. Like, god dang, half the time, even if I turn on all notifications for a channel, and you guys have reported similarly, the notification doesn't go through half the time. So if I post on the community tab, at least maybe if you didn't get the notification but you wanted to watch the stream, you'll see that notification in there. It's aggravating. See, most how-to YouTubers will say, hey, that you shouldn't do that because you don't want to spam people and stuff like that, but when you can't even count on the YouTube notification system anymore. It's a joke. It really is. And I know why they did it. I know why they did it, because they wanted it to be so that way the person who's interested in that gets the notification instead of the people that aren't. But because it's an algorithm saying that you're interested in this or not you. So that means someone who actually is interested still may not get that notification. Only what the algorithm thinks what you want to see, right? That's what's going to get notified. That was a long sentence. I'm glad I'm okay though, which is good. You have snow, Dia Blake. Hey, T1 Productions, the county seat of Laramie County, Wyoming. There you go. 2% of chance of living. God damn. I'm glad you could survive that, dude. That sounds like it would not have been a fun ride to go through that at all. It's definitely some dangerous health conditions that are no fun. mean, hell, a chin where you have 4 stitches, you're pretty likely surviving that, but even that's not fun. I've been there. I've had to do that. Alright, this sidewalk looks at least mildly clean, so I guess we'll sit in front of Perkins. Golly jeez. Alright, we'll do this. We'll rotate the gimbal. There we go. It only took me about 15 minutes to find a spot to sit. Alright, let's tilt the gimbal up. Hey, Abandoned West Kentucky, how are you doing? Phone is at 63%, says Parker. Try and get the angle just right. This is the pitfall with the Galaxy S9 Plus. You don't have wide angle lenses at all. They're very narrow, especially if you have stabilization, but then without stabilization, the camera is useless. Yeah, we're looking outside of Perkins now. Perkins is right behind us. It's about the cleanest sidewalk I could find, and all the grass has fertilizer in it, so I refuse to sit in fertilizer. The longest I was sick was a week in 2020. I think I've been sick for a week before, but I think it's usually been a long time ago when I was a little kid. I didn't usually, when I was older, I definitely didn't get sick too much. I think I've mentioned it before. I did go into an online school system for a period of my school time, a little bit of my elementary, and of course my junior high years, and I did end up getting sick a lot when I went back to the freshman year, but after that, I didn't have too many issues. I totally forgot to put the link in all the Discords, too. At least most of the Discords have a bot that put it out for me, right? Oh, golly. I gotta say, though, you want to see this? Here, I'll pop this out. Hold on. This might... Dad Bod is definitely still in some of the Discords. That Bod is so silly. Like, he'll tell you shut up if you put shut up in the chat. Alright, let me see if this is gonna freak you guys out for a minute. Whee! Alright. I'm popping out my gimbal. Alright. Are we back? There we go. We're back. Alright. I'm going to rotate this around. So this here is my gimbal. This is the DJI Osmo Mobile 3. Fortunately, I do have another gimbal at home, but it's not the 3, so that means I can't use my mic as easily. But I don't know how well the quality's coming out, but you can probably see that I nicked it up pretty good there. This whole entire assembly got nicked up pretty good. Where the phone goes in. Got a few little nicks there. There's the part that I said that I couldn't find. This little switch got some damage. This tripod that's on the bottom, it didn't get damaged too bad. It was separate from my gimbal. Thank God. It probably would have broke off if I had it attached to my gimbal, but fortunately it doesn't even fit in my pocket with this on there, so I have to take it off. But see, I have the capability of tethering this onto a jacket or something like that, which is something that I probably should have done, but I never would have thought I needed that with my with walking. You know, if you're driving and you assemble a camera onto a car, right, like that car right there, you're going to tether it to something inside the car through the window to make sure that if it falls off, you at least got the camera, right? That's what I probably should have done with this, but I never ever would have thought that I actually would have needed to do that on foot. And one like it fell out. I had it fall out maybe 2 times before, but it's bending over or something. Is only a very mild fall, so it didn't cause too much harm. Unfortunately, now I'm noticing if I have it perfectly level and perfectly straight, it wants to kind of shift over so that way the phone's pointing in that direction instead of straight ahead. So it's kind of aggravating. I'm definitely going to need to see if I can get the whatchamacallit on it. Get DJI's what do I want to say? DJI's, what is it, warranty. See if warranty will cover me. If not, I guess I'll have to get a new gimbal because it's not in the great shape if it's going to be bugging out like that. Let's see if we can turn it back on here. That's going to be weird for a minute. Sorry, guys. That's the one thing I actually do get annoyed about this gimbal. It always starts in a horizontal, a vertical position, I guess you want to say. So you have to rotate it to the horizon. All right, so let's see. Scrolling up. So I think I said Abandoned West Kentucky, right? I think I said his name. Hopefully you are well. Oh yeah, I responded to what he said. Hey Eric. Hey Dustin, how are you doing? Hey Jack. What's your Discord server link? I think I got it in. Oh no, you know what? No, it's not in the description. I might have it on my About page. I think it's something like want to chat or something like that, and you can join through there. I have my Discord, and my Discord doesn't have Dadbot. Other people's do, like Tom has it. I think Andrew, Exploring Retails with Andrew has it. That Andrew. There's two Andrews. Like, it's hilarious how there's so many people in our community. I'll rotate this around again. It's hilarious how there's so many people in our community that have same names. I mean, even my own name, like my real name is Draven Star, and there's another Draven S, not Star, but another Draven S in the community, although I don't think he has a YouTube channel. It's like, it's crazy that there's so many people with the same names. There's like 5 or 10 Chris's, like it's not even funny. Like if I say Chris, I could be talking about any one of them. You have no idea which one I'm talking about. Oh, golly. Well, you might have some idea if you watch some of them, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Okay, we'll rotate this around. Let's see. Maybe. I don't know. It might be. Oh, is today Earth Day, Parker? Golly gee, I guess it must be Earth Day, so we should clean up, right? I don't have any garbageable, disposable gloves. Otherwise, I would honestly about picking some stuff up. Why not? Didn't even think about that. Realistically, though, there is a point that someone's brought up about Earth Day, and that's you shouldn't need a dedicated day to say, oh, you need to clean up the earth. You should always be cleaning up the earth, really. You should be cleaning up after yourself, right? Like, logically, that's what you should be doing. But, yet, tons of people don't do it. And, of course, it's often things like metal and plastic that don't disintegrate as well. Paper will disintegrate pretty easily, but not so much with other materials like that. Stop talking Discord, what? My Dollar Tree on Hover on Longmont was a Family Dollar. I've seen a few Family Dollars and Dollar Tree switch sides, and we've obviously seen a few of them where they put in that new concept, right, with the Family Dollar and Dollar Tree. Like, that is a brand new concept. I've never seen anyone do that. Where it's two stores literally in the same store. Pretty sure you even go to the same cash register. It's just that some stuff is from one store and some stuff is from the other store. It's really interesting that way. If and when they finally open a store here in town, I really need to go to one. So at this point, I'm kind of just walking randomly because I was tired of sitting. But that's all right. I wasn't sure how long this plaza was going to take to get through, but obviously this one was a little bit less time. Thought the AT&T logo was upside down. Yeah, my phone might have been upside down for a minute. That might have been a little bit misleading. It's a little bit of a weird position, which I guess could mislead you. Like, they didn't used to have that sign there. I wonder what happened for them to decide to do that, because that sign definitely wasn't always there. AT&T was not always in that space. So, like I said, this is actually good that we came back over here, because remember I said that this is Bluegrass Circle and Prairie Avenue. Prairie Avenue is obviously this half, but it turns into Bluegrass Circle, and it does go in a half circle, so it's a fair name for this street. We'll go across the street and just kind of have like a not quite time lapse anyway of the plaza. How about that? This little tiny plaza. Maybe this truck will wait for a minute. Looks like they're waiting. I've had some crazy drivers do some crazy stuff on me. Like they'll pull out right, even though I'm in the middle of the street, they'll just pull right in front of me. They won't even care. And it's like, dude, not like I had the right of way and I was there first. Like, come on. It's even more annoying. Oh wow, I didn't notice this before, but they got rid of the right door on this Wendy's. Interesting. Very random topic, but there you go. We'll come over here a little bit further. And we'll sit and just watch the traffic light for a minute. Yeah, there's some crazy drivers. Hey, GRM, how are you? There is a Kmart back over here. You can't see it. You can see a Hobby Lobby. The Hobby Lobby entry was where the Kmart entry was. All right, there we go. I want to go to a combo store. Yeah, see, a combo store seems interesting. Like, we've all seen the restaurants, like Long John Silver's and KFC or NW combined, but we haven't seen anything like Family Dollar and Dollar Tree until now. I was wondering if they're ever going to do something like that, where they just condense down to one store. But, I mean, now that they've done this, this is another level of condensing down. Oh, the Optopolis glasses shop. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that. Like, I found some other Optopolis too. Like, there's the I guess it might be glasses too, but there's one out in Greece that's Optic Optopolis, and then there's some other Optopolis in some other country. Like, someone used to. No, I won't go there. I'm not going to go there for confidential reasons. I don't need the trolls causing me chaos. You gotta go there for the finale. I never said I was doing a finale. I mean, maybe what do you want me to do? Like a 2021 finale? Like an end of the year special thing like that? I don't have the cash to do that. Donate me $1,000 and maybe I'll think about it. Don't donate me $1,000. I'm joking. But I do appreciate any donations, though. I do appreciate it. Right now, the only way of doing that, of course, is through Patreon, which you could join for a month and let that, whatever you put in for the cost that you want to do, you know, you could do that way. But that was jocular, though. In seriousness, I am looking at going towards this another state. I've said this in 3 streams now, I think. 3 streams, so you guys probably have a pretty good idea of that. Let's see. No, for like 2063. Have you tried Taco Palace? I have not. I think I might have heard the name, but I have not tried Taco Palace. Just like I haven't tried On the Border. We'll usually go for dinner or something like that when I go to Colorado. Like I said in a previous stream, I do have some support from other people. And one of the people just doesn't care for Mexican too much, so we usually don't go to some place that does Mexican. Well, we'll stay alive for a little longer here. That state should be in Missouri. There you go. One of these days we can try and get out farther. I really want to expand farther. I really would like to eventually expand farther out to other states. You know, Texas is possibly an option. Arizona is definitely a possible option at some point. And any state further out is definitely an option. But for now, I do want to stick to states that are surrounding Wyoming. For now. But eventually, with time, I'm sure things will work out. take a look at the vacant half of the Kmart. Yeah, we can. I kind of was coming over here and end of the stream, so as well. Let me put my thing down. And honestly, I'm amazed that my little tripod didn't get more damaged, honestly. It got a few little nicks, but it's still perfectly usable. I doubt there's any changes here. Maybe now that Target scooter is gone, but... yeah, like I was saying, they still have the closed for the season signs. The fact they put these here probably is a suggestion of maybe them coming back if this place doesn't get taken over. Still can see the 6 feet stickers in there, and you'll see them outside too on the other side. They do, of course, got the info there. And maybe DJI warranty will let me replace this. It'd be nice too, because it's scuffed up too in a way that's not so good. Closed for the season. We'll see. I'll have to look into it. And next time I won't be a noob and I'll put the tether in. I'll somehow tether it down. So yeah, there you go. There's the 6 feet sign that I was talking about. Just for reference, I got a pretty big foot, so. There's a look through there. I didn't look through the doors, did I? We'll look through the doors. There we go. Maybe. Where are we? What is it focusing on? Okay, that's a door. Hold on. Is it like trying to focus on the... what is it focusing on? I don't even understand what the camera is focusing on. And this gimbal is finicky, so I can't get it to stay level as well. And I have that person drive by and real slowly, and I mean, I know they're going over a bump now, but I feel like they were watching. Like, I didn't even need to look at them to feel like they were watching. It's like, screw off, come on. I got kind of being curious, but like, I'm curious too. You guys are too. Yeah, well, one of these days, I think people will get more of the gist of our curiosity and also our need to document. Jesus, this fence has kind of popped out. It's on the, like if I do this, come on gimbal. If I do this, it's no longer attached to the base beam. Focus camera. See that? It's not attached to the base beam anymore. It's come off. Yeah, it looks like the Target cart did get taken out, which is good. In the walking stream we did that we went through right in front of Kmart, there is a Target wheelchair scooter thing just sitting out here. I was wondering if I should call someone. Like, I don't even know who I'd call. Like, would I call Hobby Lobby because it's next door, or would I call the owner of the property, since obviously Hobby Lobby doesn't own this property? Or would I call the Target and say, oh yeah, your scooter is down here? Like, and, you know, it's kind of like a little bit sketchy too. You know, I mean, I guess if I were the one leaving it, I wouldn't be the one calling about it. But either way, it's still like, who the hell do I call? Yeah. Got the loading dock here. I don't know if we'll be able to see in here. This window's kind of dimmed, I've noticed from past experience. So I don't know if you'll be able to see in there at all. I'm not promising anything. We'll film the Spirit Halloween Longmont for 2021. It's definitely a possibility for sure. This time if I do leave late and for some reason I'm going down that road again, and yeah, I'm not gonna go all the way to Lone Tree. I talked about that stupid mistake before. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just stopped in Longmont. Like, I did stop there for a photo, so I at least got a photo of it with Spirit being there, but I should have just went ahead and done a video. Like, I did kind of have it prepped up, but the plan wasn't to stop in Longmont. The plan was to go all the way to Lone Tree that time, and it was a mistake because by the time I got to Lone Tree, it's pretty much dark out. So, yeah, I think it's still sunlight a little bit, but you know, I had to eat because the mall was closing soon too, and it was a chaotic evening. Oh well. To be fair, you could probably already tell from past streams and stuff. I mean, it's not really a secret anyway because I have a blue case that goes on my blue S9 Plus. Yeah. So, I don't care. Whoa, this is icy. Was Target at this vacant half of the Kmart? What? Target's always been where it's at. Spirit, unless you meant Spirit Halloween, maybe you meant Spirit Halloween. And yeah, Spirit was here last year and year before, and probably will be here this year. Looks like they left a sidewalk closed sign here. Yeah, they never used to have that loading dock over there. That was something Hobby Lobby added in. Let's see, we'll climb up this. I noticed when they were doing the roundabout over here behind the, Frontier Square, right? The one that's over there on Prairie Avenue and Frontier Mall Drive. They actually opened up this road as a temporary detour, but it seems like they've since made it a permanent little slip road for you to go back and forth between Routier, that's Routier right there, and Prairie Avenue, which is right here, which is interesting to me. I think it used to act, if you go on Google Maps, it'll probably say Cutoff Road for this, the name of this road, and I think it actually was called that at one time. It was actually called Cutoff Road, but they've redone the corner up here maybe, I don't know, maybe a year ago, or not a year ago, maybe a few years ago. So it doesn't say that anymore if it did. I can't remember if it did or not. I thought it did, but I can't remember. But they redid the whole curb right here, so many years ago. So I couldn't tell you. It's interesting that they've done that. For sale, 3.1 acres. Will divide available. Alright. Well, we're at the 58-minute mark, so we've been going almost an hour, which, after dropping my gimbal, I think that's, well, not really dropping. It fell out of my freaking pocket. Wasn't even in my hand, like, oh wow. I'll be smarter about next time and tether it to my freaking jacket or whatever. Ah, good Lord. I still can't believe I did that, man. I still can't believe it. Yeah. That's all right. We've done long enough today. We're going to be streaming again on Monday or Tuesday. Probably Monday. I almost would try to stream this weekend, but I don't think I'll have time. I really don't. I want to make sure I can maximize the amount of videos I can film. And the more time I have to do them, the better too, because then I can maximize quality and the number of videos. So, and plus I also got other stuff going on anyway. So I'll still see about posting on Instagram and YouTube and everything, but fire truck for something. Something happened. I've said it before, I'll say it again. NoCo fire buff would probably be proud. And there they go down that way. And I hear another fire truck coming. something happened out there. I don't know what. I don't know where. I don't see any obvious smoke in that direction, so I don't know what or where. But obviously enough that 2 fire trucks were needed. Maybe a car accident. Oh well. I feel like this stream is getting redundant because we're literally going back where we sat down earlier in front of Wendy's. I don't want it to be that redundant. It's already redundant enough. We've gone through the same places like 3 times now. So I think it would be good to end it. If I started at 3, maybe I would have gone a little longer, but yeah, I know, right? Fire truck counter 2000. We had some sort of jocular counter thing in the gaming community. I think it's like, say there's a certain word or something that got said, and oh, you know what, I remember what was I would often say oh my god or oh my gosh or something along those lines when I'd crash in a game. You know, I'd crash pretty often, so there's like an oh my god counter in the day. Yeah, and that was the good old days when Nightbot was cool. Nightbot's not so cool anymore. They've not updated it, and it's rather an annoying application anymore, I find. It's kind of a pain in the butt to deal with, so I don't even bother with it anymore. Well, there's 2 plazas for you. The Frontier Square Plaza and the Center One Plaza that you're looking at right now. I didn't realize that I even had a name. Like, I thought it was just part of the Frontier Square myself. I never saw that sign before, so... a little aspect I never paid attention to. Little things do matter, though. I try to look out for those. Like, hell, there's a Babies R Us that I'm going to say, well, shit, I just ruined it, didn't I? I'm going to say about filming it. If it is still abandoned, it still has the purple pillars out in front. So, you know, it's the little things that count a lot of times. It really is. And that is part of the reason why we do these retail stuff, the retail videos, and in my case, even retail streams. I got a little bit carried away there. Anyway, now for the 3 of you that YouTube at least claims are watching, there might be 10 for all I know. I don't know. The counter doesn't even work right anymore. Like, goodness gracious. That's another thing. I got pissed off about I was a little bit pissed off about dropping my gimbal, but the final straw for me to snap and blow up in it while I was cutting through a big open space. There's no one there. And rage my voice off. Yeah, the technology got to me too. Is there a former McDonald's in Aurora? There was. I talked about it in the last stream, but it's been taken over by that FedEx or whatever, as far as I know. So, can't do that. It's in front of the Super Kmart in Aurora. At least one of them. I think there might have been 2 Super Kmarts. Yeah, there were 2 Super Kmarts, so one of them. Did you? Like I said, I haven't been back to Longmont, so I haven't been able to see the Planet Fitness again. But anyway, so let's try and get the gimbal to at least somewhat focus on my face here. All right, so here's the details. All right, so no video on Sunday because I'm going to be out of town and I have nothing edited right now. We'll be doing a stream on Monday or Tuesday, one of the 2 days, probably Monday. It'll be probably be a normal walking stream, and we'll get going on the next videos. I need to film more videos over the next week, so that way I have more to release to you guys. So it's gonna be a busy week, but that's all right. We'll make the best of it. It's gonna be a grind. It's finally starting to get warm, so it should be easier at least for me to film videos. So anyway, we'll see you guys in the next video or live stream, and until then, peace out.